Good evening. Tonight, we're diving into the complex world of professional sports, where billion-dollar brands collide with rising stars. At the center of it all is basketball phenom, Caitlin Clark. Today, we delve into a significant moment in sports history as Nike issues a historic apology to Caitlin Clark with a special tribute. Stay tuned as we uncover the details behind this monumental event and the cultural shifts driving this unprecedented moment in sports. For months, a curious silence surrounded Caitlin Clark, echoing loudly across the world of sports. Here was a young woman shattering records, yet Nike seemed strangely muted. Clark had signed a lucrative 8-year, $28 million deal with Nike. But instead of the fanfare one might expect, there was a sense of hesitation. Where were the signature shoes, the marketing blitzkrieg? Fans and analysts alike were puzzled. Was this a strategic move on Nike's part, or was there something more at play? The whispers grew louder, questioning Nike's commitment to elevating Clark's profile. The silence from Nike was deafening, raising more questions than it answered. As Nike seemed content to let Clark's star rise without full support, a rival emerged. Adidas, known for its aggressive marketing, was reportedly preparing a counteroffer for Clark, rumored to be $30 million. This was a direct challenge to Nike's dominance, aligning themselves with the future of women's basketball. The news forced Nike to confront the potential loss of a generational talent. Suddenly, the silence surrounding Clark was broken, replaced by a flurry of activity from Nike. The battle lines were drawn, and at the heart of it all was Caitlin Clark, an unwitting pawn in a high-stakes game of corporate one-upmanship. Nike, jolted into action by Adidas's interest in Clark, finally made their move. A large banner featuring Clark's image was prominently displayed at one of their flagship stores. This was followed by a public event, a carefully orchestrated display of appreciation. But the question lingered, was this genuine support or calculated damage control? The timing cast a shadow of doubt over Nike's intentions. Critics questioned whether the company would have taken such steps had Adidas not forced their hand. The narrative shifted from celebrating Nike's support to dissecting their motives. Caitlin Clark, a voice for change. Throughout this corporate tug-of-war, Caitlin Clark remained a picture of grace and composure. At Nike's event, she used the platform to advocate for the sport she loved, emphasizing the need for greater visibility and investment in women's basketball. Her message was clear. This wasn't just about her, it was about the future of the game. She spoke passionately about the need for more national television coverage, highlighting how increased exposure could translate into greater fan engagement. Clark's eloquence and unwavering commitment to her sport resonated deeply with fans, solidifying her position as a role model. She skillfully navigated the complexities of the situation, never losing sight of the bigger picture. The curious case of the missing shoe. Despite the fanfare, a crucial element was missing from Nike's embrace of Caitlin Clark, a signature shoe. Fans eagerly awaited the announcement, anticipating a shoe that would encapsulate Clark's electrifying style. Rumors circulated that Nike planned to link Clark's shoe to the legacy of Kobe Bryant. However, as weeks turned into months, the much-anticipated shoe failed to materialize. The delay raised eyebrows and fueled speculation. Was Nike hesitant to fully commit to a female athlete in this way? The missing shoe became a symbol of unfulfilled promises, highlighting the disparity between how male and female athletes were treated by major brands. Nike versus Adidas, a battle for the future. The saga of Caitlin Clark's endorsement deal became a microcosm of a larger battle within the sports apparel industry. Nike, long the undisputed giant, found its dominance challenged by a resurgent Adidas. Nike's history of prioritizing male athletes came under intense scrutiny. Critics argued that the company had been slow to adapt to the changing landscape of sports, where women were increasingly driving viewership. Adidas, sensing an opportunity, made strategic moves, signing high-profile female athletes and launching campaigns celebrating female empowerment. The battle for Clark's loyalty became a proxy war between these two titans, each vying for a piece of the future. Adidas didn't just offer Caitlin Clark a lucrative deal, they offered her a vision that extended beyond the court, beyond the immediate fame and fortune. It was a vision of a future where women's sports would be given the same respect, recognition, and resources as men's sports. A vision where women's sports weren't relegated to the sidelines but celebrated as equal to their male counterparts. This vision was about creating a new narrative, one where female athletes were not just participants, but pioneers and leaders in their fields. Their strategy was clear: align themselves with the future, and that future was female. They saw the potential in the rising stars of women's sports and wanted to be at the forefront of this movement, driving change and inspiring the next generation. They understood the cultural shift taking place, the growing demand for representation, and the undeniable power of female athletes like Clark. This wasn't just about sports, it was about societal change, about breaking down barriers and challenging outdated norms. Their marketing campaigns reflected this understanding, showcasing the stories of strong, confident women breaking barriers. These campaigns were not just advertisements, they were powerful narratives that resonated with audiences worldwide, inspiring countless young girls to pursue their dreams. Adidas positioned itself as more than just a sportswear company, but as a brand that championed inclusivity and empowerment. They wanted to be seen as a catalyst for change, a company that stood for something greater than profits. They recognized the untapped potential of the women's sports market and were willing to invest heavily. This investment wasn't just financial, it was an investment in the future, in the belief that women's sports could and should be just as prominent and profitable as men's. Their pursuit of Caitlin Clark was a bold statement, a declaration that they were serious about changing the game. It was a commitment to not only support individual athletes, but to transform the entire landscape of women's sports, making it more inclusive, equitable, and celebrated. Caitlin Clark's impact extends far beyond the basketball court. Her influence is felt in communities across the nation, where young girls are picking up basketballs and dreaming of greatness. She has become a cultural icon, inspiring young girls across the country to dream big and pursue their athletic passions. Her story is one of perseverance and dedication, showing that with hard work, anything is possible. Her dazzling skills and unwavering determination have captivated audiences, challenging traditional notions of what it means to be a star athlete. She is redefining the landscape of women's sports, one game at a time. Youth basketball leagues are seeing a surge in enrollment, with young girls citing Clark as their role model. Coaches and parents alike are noticing the positive impact she has on the younger generation. Her jersey sales are through the roof, a testament to her widespread appeal. Fans of all ages are eager to show their support, wearing her number with pride, but her influence goes deeper than just numbers. She is a beacon of hope and a symbol of what can be achieved with determination and passion. Clark represents a shift in how women's sports are perceived. She is breaking barriers and setting new standards, proving that female athletes deserve the same recognition and respect as their male counterparts. She is a testament to the fact that athleticism, skill, and competitive fire know no gender. Her journey is an inspiration to all, showing that greatness is within reach for anyone willing to strive for it. Her rise coincides with a larger movement demanding equal pay, equal opportunities, and equal respect for female athletes. Caitlin Clark is not just a player, she is a pioneer, leading the charge for a more equitable future in sports. The Caitlin Clark saga highlights the crucial role that timing and brand loyalty play in athlete endorsements. Nike, despite its global dominance, found itself on the back foot, forced to react to Adidas's aggressive pursuit. The delay in releasing Clark's signature shoe created an opening for Adidas to position themselves as the brand that truly understood and supported Clark's vision. This misstep underscored the importance of being proactive, of anticipating the needs and desires of athletes. In the world of sports marketing, agility, foresight, and a willingness to embrace change are essential for survival. The battle between Nike and Adidas over Caitlin Clark represents a larger shift within the sports industry. This competition is not just about one athlete, it symbolizes a broader movement towards recognizing and valuing female athletes on a global scale. The days of women's sports being relegated to the shadows are fading, replaced by a new era of investment, visibility, and opportunity. Major brands are now seeing the potential and profitability in women's sports, leading to increased sponsorships and media coverage. The success of women's leagues across various sports, coupled with the undeniable star power of athletes like Clark, has forced brands to reevaluate their strategies. These athletes are not just sports stars, they are role models and influencers who inspire millions. The message is clear. Investing in women's sports is no longer just a matter of social responsibility, it's a smart business decision. The financial returns from this investment are becoming increasingly evident, with growing fan bases and merchandise sales. For too long, female athletes have been undervalued and underpaid, their accomplishments overshadowed by their male counterparts. This disparity is now being addressed, as more resources are being allocated to support and promote women in sports. But the tide is turning. And brands like Nike and Adidas are jockeying for position in a future where women's sports will command the attention and respect they deserve. These companies are not just competing for market share, they are also contributing to a cultural shift. The Caitlin Clark saga is just one chapter in this ongoing story of progress and empowerment. As more female athletes rise to prominence, the landscape of sports will continue to evolve, paving the way for future generations. As we witness this historic apology and tribute from Nike to Caitlin Clark, it's clear that the landscape of women's sports is evolving. This isn't just about a single athlete or a single brand, it's about a fundamental shift in how we value and celebrate female athleticism. The fight for equality is far from over, but moments like these give us hope. Hope that the next generation of female athletes will grow up in a world where their talent is recognized, their voices are heard, and their dreams are nurtured. The game is changing, and it's a change we can all believe in.